SLAPAFISH community, and welcome back to another World Tanks Console video. So in this video, I got a tank review for you, and it's going to be over the T-34 Shielded, the Tier 5 premium tank that you get for completing winter games. So I completed winter games and got this tank. So if you finish all 100 stages of the winter games, you will get the T-34 Shielded for free. So now I'm going to be comparing the T-34 Shielded to the T-34 with the 76mm gun, the T-34 with the 57mm gun, the Fighting Girlfriend tank, which is a T-34, and the M4 Improved. Okay, these are all Tier 5 medium tanks, and this is the only one non-Soviet, which is American, of course. As you can see, the M4 Improved has the best horsepower, and the horsepower to weight ratio on the Shielded is the worst. The 57, this one is the best. Okay, and the worst. All of these tanks have a 56 forward speed, except the Fighting Girlfriend tank. The best reverse speed is the M4 Improved, 25, fire chance 20, 15 is pretty good-ish. Track rotations is the worst for the Shielded, and the terrain resistance is actually in the middle of all of these tanks. The turret rotation is the slowest in this comparison. The Shielded gets a 76mm gun. It's actually the same 76mm gun that's on the Fighting Girlfriend tank. I think. No, it's not. It's not the same. The Fighting Girlfriend tank and this T-34 has the same gun. Okay. Now, the reload is 4.4 seconds, aim time is 2.3, which is in the middle of all these tanks. Gun elevation is actually surprising at 28 degrees. Gun depression is at 8, which is the lowest in this comparison. The M4 Improved has 10. The damage per shot is 110, 110, 156, which is also in the middle of this entire comparison. Penetration is pretty standard. It's in the middle as always. And the high explosive is pretty low. Well, it's in the middle. It's pretty average for these tanks. Shell velocity 950, which is pretty good. This DPM is actually one of the lowest in this comparison at 1,500. The T-34 with the 57mm actually has the best rate of fire and best DPM. Now, let's get on to the armor, because this is a T-34 Shielded. You think it will have better armor, right? Well, the turn armor says no, and I forgot to include, but the side of the turn armor has 16mm of spaced armor, just like the side. So this should be 45 plus 16, so it should be the best side armor on the turret. But still. Now, front, it actually has no spaced armor on the front or the back. It has 16 spaced armor in sides. View range is terrible at 340 meters. Signal range is also terrible, but it's still the average. It has the most hit points at 500 hit points, and the concealment is still in the middle. And it has 45% silver boost and a 75% XP boost. So now down here actually tells you the green means which one, like the green means it's the best in the comparison, and the red means it's the worst. So the T-34 Shielded was only 4 in the best. Only good, the best in 4 comparisons. That was the silver boost, hit points, side, well, it's supposed to be 5. Silver boost, hit points, the side whole armor, and the side turn armor. And the gun elevation at 28 degrees. Alright, that's enough of the stats. Now, let's jump into some gameplay. Okay, we just spawned on Hidden Village, and I'm pretty sure we're mid-tier. Yes, we are mid-tier. So, it's also encounter, so I'm gonna go left, and look at that. Disgusting ammunition. Loadout. Not loadout. Image. Image. It's terrible, doesn't it? But anyway, T-34S. Now, the T-34S is actually called the Shielded. So, you would think it has really good armor, right? Right? No. Okay. If you ever played the T-34 before, I recommend playing this tank just like the T-34 and just like the T-34. And maybe sometimes the armor will actually bounce stuff. Because, yes, you have space armor on your side, but it's very thin. It doesn't really work that great. The armor only works sort of good at tier 5, so don't be head-on support, like head-on attacking tank, like I'm doing right here. And when you're also like facing enemies, try to like angle. Try to bait them, try to get them to shoot your side, like that tank just did. That is a tier 4, but usually the armor will almost always hold up against tier 4s when they're shooting your side at an angle. Almost always, because this armor is not really reliable, as you'll see. We won't get shot that much during this replay, but the shots that do shoot us, see that little tier 4, he ricocheted. He actually hit our frontal armor, I'm pretty sure he did. And the Absolution just shot us in the front. The little tier 4 just shot us in the side. And yeah. There's the T-28 right there. Also, yeah. Aim time's pretty good. It's a 2.3, which is pretty dang good. Which I like. I like the aim time. I don't like the reload / damage. I really do not like this tank. T-28. Accuracy's is somewhat there. Shell velocity kind of lets it down, but 980 or 960, what I said. It's still pretty average. Still pretty good, but yeah. There's the artillery loading a high explosive round for it, so I can try to kill it. There's the knight, hit him on the move actually went through his armor and hit him on the move again. And the artillery's trying to kill himself, which I think he is, but he's trying to climb out, so I don't know if he's trying to kill himself or not. And he did. Here's a Hellcat. He shot us in the front of the armor, and he penetrates us. Jumbo. Dead. So basically, this tank doesn't really have good armor. Even though it's called the Shielded, it doesn't really hold up as much as they say it, as much as the name implies. It doesn't. Especially in the space armor. The armor doesn't really work. So play this tank like a T-34, like a slower and less firepower as a T-34. Play it like that. That's how to describe it. That's basically, that matches how you do it. Just make sure you're not the one being out there getting shot, because this tank can't take hits. Some tier 4s, some tier 3s will bounce off you, but that's it. It doesn't really, the armor doesn't hold up at all. The armor's best when it's top tier, when it's fighting like 4s and 3s, but anything above a 4 will just slice through your armor. Even if you're angling and they're shooting at your side armor, where your space is, it'll go through. Don't. Just play it like a T-34. That's what I'd say. Play it like a T-34 that's slower and has less firepower. That's how I say to play this thing. And yeah, that's it for me. If you like this video, remember like, comment, and subscribe. Also, remember SLAPAFISH, because why would you not? and peace out. See ya.